A very good morning to all. My name is Saira Nazareth, a student of B.N. Bahadur Institute of Management Sciences, University of Mysore, and I'm delighted to welcome you all to the two-day national seminar on Skill India Challenges and Opportunities, organized by B.N. Bahadur Institute of Management Sciences, University of Mysore. It is a part of our culture to invoke the blessings of the Almighty at the beginning of every event. I would like to call Chinmay to grace the occasion with an invocation song.
श्री शैलज कुवरा नमो नमो श्री पार्वती तनया जय 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 श्री शैलज कुवरा एकदन्तदा गजमुखदवने मोदक प्रियने मङ्गलदातने एकदन्तदा गजमुखदवने मोदक प्रियने मङ्गलदातने कुमारस्वामिय प्रिय सोदरने कुमारस्वामिय प्रिय सोदरने पार्वती तनया लम्बोधरने पार्वती तनया लम्बोधरने जय 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 श्री शैलज कुवरा पाशाङ्कुशधर ईशन सुतने सुवरवनी युवगणदेवने पाशाङ्कुशधर ईशन सुतने सुवरवनी युवगणदेवने सिद्धिविनायक बुद्धिप्रदायक सिद्धिविनायक बुद्धिप्रदायक पावन निन्नय नामद स्मरणे पावन निन्नय नामद स्मरणे जय 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 श्री शैलज कुवरा नमो नमो श्री पार्वती तनया जय 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 श्री जय 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 श्री जय 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 श्री शैलज कुवरा थैंक यू
As a mark of respect for our motherland, I now request my batchmates to sing the Nada Gite. I request the audience to kindly arise.
जय भारत जननीय तनुजाते जय हे जय सुंदर नदी वनಗಳ ನಾಡೆ जय हे ರಸಋಷಿಗಳ ಬೀಡೆ भारत जननीय तनुजाते जननीय कपिल भारत जननीय स्वरमध्वर दिव्यारण्य रन्न षडक्षरि पोन्ना पंपल कुमिपति जन्ना कुमार व्यासर मंगल धाम ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯ ರಾಮ ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ತೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸಳರಾಳಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಡಂಕಣ ಜಕಣರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೀಡೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗ ಕಾವೇರಿಯ ವರರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಕರ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸಿಕ ಜೈನರುದ್ಯಾನ ಜನಕನ ಹೋಲುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಗಾಯಕ ವೈದಿಕರ ರಾಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವ ಗೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ದೇಹ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ.
Thank you, Chinmay and team. I now request our senior faculty and beloved professor, Professor Aisha M. Sharif, ma'am, to welcome the gathering and introduce our guests.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful way it is to begin the year with the realization that skill development, speed and scale are not only relevant, but important aspects in the growth and development module. We indeed did a lot of premising to identify our guests and found Mr. Ashwin D. Gowda, Srimati V.R. Shailaja, who will join us shortly, and Mr. Sam Cherian Kumbakattu for the inaugural function today. I call them luminaries because they have poured their purse into their heads to grow tall and reap the results of respect, recognition, and rupee. They are what they are because of their untiring efforts to integrate excellence, creativity, and passion needed for skill formation in their professional journey this far. Please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Ashwin D. Gowda, the Managing Director of Karnataka Skill Development Corporation, who will be inaugurating the seminar. Thank you, Dennis Barreto, for offering this floral tribute. Mr. Sam Cherian Kambukattu is the Vice President of Confederation of Indian Industries, Mysore Zone. He is a man of practice, an entrepreneur by himself. I warmly welcome you, sir. I request Madhu to offer the floral presentation to Mr. Sam Cherian. Joining them on stage are the esteemed faculty of our department, each of whom who have contributed to not only teaching and research, but also in the university administration. I welcome the chairman and all the faculty members. We have with us the resource persons for the panel discussions. We have our delegates, faculty from other departments and from affiliated colleges, guests, visiting professors, research scholars, students, and the media. all of whom I welcome heartily to this two-day national seminar on Skill India. We will remain strangers if the introduction of our guests is missing. I feel happy to introduce our guest, Mr. Ashwin D. Gowda, an officer from the Indian Revenue Services Income Tax of the 2011 batch. He is a Bachelor in Arts with triple masters in multiple disciplines. He has a master's in public administration, master's in Kannada literature, master's in taxation and business laws from the National Academy of Legal Studies and Research University. Imagine how rich his knowledge could be. He stood as a topper at the Bangalore University by securing the first rank in BA with 13 gold medals. What an applause he must have received at the convocation. He joined as a probationer of the Indian Revenue Services Income Tax in 2011. He completed his technical training thereon from National Academy of Direct Taxes, Nagpur. He was posted then as the Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax in Kochi and Aluva at Kerala. He was then promoted as the Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax in 2016. He worked in Bangalore then. He worked in various fields within the income tax department: business intelligence, criminal investigation. He dealt with international taxation. He worked in the headquarters. He worked as a Deputy Secretary to Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri H.D. Kumaraswamy, in 2018-19. He also worked as the Director of Finance at KPTCL and currently risen to the position of the Managing Director, Karnataka Skill Development Corporation. We have also Mr. Sam Cherian, the Vice President of Confederation of Indian Industries. He is the Managing Director of Chevron Laboratories Private Limited. In fact, he's a first-generation entrepreneur and has set up an industry of manufacturing cleaning and hygiene products. Mr. Sam created a niche for the Chevron product as one of the most sought after brand across the country. That is at a time when market acceptance, government approvals, and competition were predominantly taken over by multinational brands, and competition was very, very stiff. Mr. Sam set up Chevron Innovation Center, which is the only state-of-the-art laboratory in the state of Karnataka, in the country, to carry out research and develop cleaning and hygiene products for the Indian conditions. Mr. Sam also set up a world-class cleaning manufacturing factory in Nanjangud using Swiss technology, which is the first of its kind in India. His involvement was not only in manufacturing and marketing of products. He has demonstrated a lot of societal concerns through outreach programs and CSR initiatives. And for his remarkable contribution, he was awarded the highest community service award from Rotary International. The award was for the significant achievement in community services. Mr. Sam Cherian is an active member of the Rotary Mysore West. He's a trustee of Mysore Literary Forum, a member of the Charitable Trust, and is the correspondent of Marthoma Educational Society with 2,500 students in Mysore. Now, let me very briefly introduce the faculty of BIMS. Each have a long biodata. I wouldn't take much time. Well, I am Dr. Aisha Sharif, Professor of Human Resource Management. And I had the privilege of serving as the acting Vice Chancellor for a quarter by virtue of being the senior most dean 4 years back. I was on the Syndicate Academic Council and Finance Committee and also headed the Proficiency Development and Placement Services then. Dr. Anand is the current chairman of the Department of Business Administration. He served as the dean and syndicate member. He is the director of online education and the chairman of various statutes committee. He spearheaded the NAC steering committee and was the former director of Industry Institution Cell. Dr. S.J. Manjunath, an engineer by profession, is a professor of quantitative techniques and operations management. He is currently the director of CPDPS. He was the director in charge of HRDC and is also the RUSA coordinator. Dr. R. Mahesh is a professor of finance. He was the director of Chamarajanagar PG Center and is currently heading the ICD and is the director of KSET. Dr. Amulya is a professor of marketing who is also the convener of this national conference. And she is also the research coordinator at the university. I would like to welcome the registrar when she is here. For now, let us look forward to listen to this rich gallery of experts for a cumulative impact. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, and a very warm welcome to you as well. A well-known saying, if you light a lamp for somebody, it will also brighten your path. Lighting of the lamp is our practice and a symbol of the same, of dispelling darkness and inviting joy. I request the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp. I request the participants to kindly arise. request our faculty, Dr. Amulya ma'am, who is the convener of the conference, to share a few words about the conference.
Good morning. Welcome to BIMS. Dignitaries on the dais, students, research scholars, and delegates, participants, media. Today, we are here for 2 days national seminar sponsored by ICSSR, New Delhi, on the topic Skill India, Challenges and Opportunities. So, it all started with our neighbors doing a seminar on ICSSR sponsored national seminar, and it inspired me. It is not only coronavirus which spreads, it is the goodness, and people inspire others, and the smile is contagious, happiness is contagious. So it is the reason for the conference today. And the Skill India conference, Skill India mission is launched in 2015, has made a significant progress and aims at educate and train over 100 million youth through various schemes and programs by 2023. So under this mission, we have so many skill development programs and entrepreneurship programs in the Ministry of MSDE. So the conference today aims at identifying the challenges and opportunities of Skill India. The deliberation from industry experts, we have today industry experts, government, and the academia come together to discuss various sub-themes like skill enhancement and empowering youth, National Skill India Mission, national policies for Skill India, women empowerment through Skill India, human capital development and preparedness for future workforce, trends in skill development, nation building through skilling, upskilling, reskilling, soft skills, skill ecosystem, skill development for rural youth, and promoting indigenous skills, and any other aspects of the skills will be discussed and deliberated in these 2 days national seminar. We have around 10 industry experts who will be focusing on various topics related to skill development initiatives today. And we have received around 85 research papers for the presentation from 110 authors. And we will be having concurrent sessions in the afternoon. The participants' presentations will be held in parallel sessions. So tomorrow we have another 4 industry speakers who will be talking about the skill development initiatives, and followed by the valedictory. And this outcome of the seminar will be published in a book bearing ISBN. And we have come up with an edited volume for a selected papers right now, which will be released in the conference. And also the outcome will be sent to ICSSR for policy making decisions. The report has to be sent after the seminar. And the future belongs to those who learn more skills and continue to create the creative ways to handle those. So with this, I'll end my session talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Shri Ashwin D. Gowda, the MD of Karnataka Skill Develop Corporation, to deliver the inaugural address.
ವೇದಿಕೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಗಣ್ಯರೇ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕ ವೃಂದದವರೇ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಡೆಲಿಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಡೊಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳಗಿನ ವಂದನೆಗಳು. And first of all, at the outset, I would like to place my sincere thanks to the organizing committee for organizing this event. In fact, this is the need of the hour. This is the need of the hour, because see, there has been a debate currently that is going on in the market that, whether do we require education or formal degree, or do we require skill? So if such is the scenario, such is the importance that is being given to skill, we need to deliberate, debate, discuss more on this topic. And that is what is happening today. So for this, I sincerely thank all the organizing team, including the management of this BIM BIMS College management too. Okay, so let me begin. So, I mean, this is an inaugural address, I do know, but you'll get bored looking at me for almost 30 minutes. How much time do I have? 30 minutes, is it? So that is the reason I have prepared this PPT for you guys. But anyways, so let's discuss on this. So Skill India, like, I would like to start this address with the quote of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. See, he says that, India should be the skill capital of the world. And he says that, to make this century the century of India, the youth of this country should give equal predominance for both formal education as well as the skilling. And when it comes to skilling, the mantra should be to skill, upskill, reskill, and continuous skilling. So, I mean, if you look at these words carefully, the head of this country is emphasizing a lot on skilling. He's also emphasizing on formal education, but more than that, he's been emphasizing more on skilling. And that shows the importance that is being given to skilling by the government, by central government and state government. See, if you look at, next slide, please. If you look at, the importance of skilling, so you can say that skilling is the enabler for Vikasit Bharat. That is the basis for developed country, developed India. The reason is very simple. So just one question. With the formal education that you are going to get, once you get out of this college, you'll be awarded with MBA. Will you be able to get a job with that? Then why are you studying here? Okay. See, I'm just joking, but I'll tell you, as part of this, Karnataka Skill Development Corporation's annual activities, we have been doing a lot of job fairs all across the state, throughout the state, throughout the year. And whenever we do any job fair, that's a mega job fair with almost 10,000 vacancies. And if you look at the number of candidates who get selected in those job fairs, it's hardly around 1,000 to 1,500. So the hit rate is, let's say, 10 to 15%. So what's the reason? Why candidates are not getting selected? Yakirbodu anta anstade. Skill sets, lack of skill sets, lack of aptitude, mismatch with their aspirations, lack of career guidance. So many factors are contributing for it. Okay. So that is the reason why we should give more emphasis on skilling. Skilling is one thing which adds value to your formal education, increases your productivity, competitiveness, and employability. That is what is being shown over there. Say productivity, definitely it will increases. The one, the work which you do for, let's say, for half an hour, with proper skilling, you can do it for 15 minutes. Do it with much more, proficiency and precision. Competitiveness, you will have a competitive edge over others, and employability. In fact, lack of employability skills are the the major factor with which the candidate's not able to get the placements. And if you look at the India Skills Report 2022, it says that 46% of the people who are coming out of college education institutions are not employable. They lack employability skills, both in terms of domain skills and soft skills. In some of the cases, they're good at domain skills, but when it comes to soft skills, presenting yourself, or with proper communication, creativity, 21st century skills like creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, teamwork, complete negativity. See, the answer is in negative connotation. Illa namma students galalli. I sincerely request all the education, wherever I go. In fact, I do make a request. Usually I do it at the end, but here I will do it in the beginning itself. I request the management here to kindly place equal emphasis on soft skills, on 21st century skills for our candidates. So, there is also a note there. Upskilling will lead to almost a 6.1% increase in GDP by 2030. Yes, of course, definitely. Instead of creating new, that needs to happen though. the employment, we have to create more and more employment though. But apart from that, we also have to provide upskilling to the existing workforce. And if we provide that, that results in an addition of almost 6.1% in our GDP. That will contribute to our GDP. So that is the importance of skilling. Just by skilling, you can increase your GDP. Next slide, please. And today we are talking about Skill India opportunities. You think, are we at an advantageous position or a disadvantageous position? What do you think when it comes to India? See, you guys are 2000 century guys, right? Andre 21st century guy. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 1980s ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1990s ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಇದಿರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ. ನೀವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಇಟ್, ಈ ತರದ್ದೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ increase in population was viewed adversely, and even today it is. There's no doubt about it. But today there is a concept called demographic dividend. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಆವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವಿಬ್ಬರು ನಮಗಿಬ್ಬರು, ನಾವಿಬ್ಬರು ನಮಗೊಂದು, ಈ ತರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ IEC ನಲ್ಲಾಗ್ಲಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವ್ಯೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು India is at a very advantageous position because we have a center called the International Migration Center of Karnataka, through which we do interact with the foreign employers, get the demands, train our candidates and send them abroad. Ivattu kuda nammal recruitment nadita ide 480 doctors for Kuwait, and they are getting a salary of how much? 8 to 10 lakh rupees per month. So, and as part of this initiative, we do interact with the business delegation of various countries like Finland, Poland. Iವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನನ್ಗೇನ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, every other country is getting aged. ನೀವಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಜಪಾನ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು 48 ಇದೆ median age, EU ಅವ್ರದ್ದು, ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು 44 ಇದೆ. Whereas when it comes to India, it is 28. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು average median age ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 28 years ಇದೆ. It's a double-edged sword. More than 65% of a population, 140 crore population ನಮ್ದೇನಿದೆ, more than 65% of it, okay, are within the working age group of, let's say, 15 to 59 years. In fact, youth population 35 years, it's less than 35 years between that group. So 62% of the population. So andre there is lot of opportunity. I mean, huge amount of youth are coming out of the education institutions every year, and it is our duty and responsibility to get them skilled and make them employable and make them a resource which would contribute for the nation's development. Howda? Otherwise they'll all become a liability. In fact, ella bere countries galindanu namma youth ge ivattu demand ide. And that's the reason why you are getting, I was told that almost 150 candidates are coming from different countries and studying in this college. So that shows that, there is quality, and there is this importance that is being given to both education and skilling in these organizations. So what I suggest is, India is at a very advantageous position, and we should make the best maximum use of this through proper skilling and upskilling and reskilling. And that's the opportunity that is being presented. Okay, so let me, next slide, please. And let me present you before the present skilling ecosystem. Just an example, I don't know whether you are aware of all this. So the government, both at the central level and the state level, have taken a lot of initiatives, especially when it comes to skilling. There is this standardization, common norms there, national skill qualification frameworks there, around 30 plus sectors are there, ranging from agriculture, aviation, apparels, telecommunication, IT, ITES, hospitality, healthcare sector, logistics, banking, finance, retail sector. You name the sector, there is this content and curriculum, and we have this 2000 plus job roles where all the qualification packs have been developed, the relevant basis, the industry's relevance content curriculum have been developed, right? And that's being followed across the country and also by us. And then skill delivery, and this is the figure for the entire country. 6.15 crore candidates have been trained since last 2014, since last, let's say, 7 to 8 years. And when it comes to Karnataka, we are also the skill development department as such is training almost around 3 lakh candidates every year across all these sectors. And when it comes to Industry Connect, yes, we are doing, I mean, the short-term skill training that is being provided is not related to, something, something, it's not, I mean, out of the context, rather it is all industry relevant. We do interact with the industries through our industry linkage cells and then, Industry Connect programs. And then, we make the industries our training partners, and through them utilizing their infrastructure, we do provide training. And that's how this Industry Connect is happening. So industry relevant training is also being provided. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜಸ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ. ಹಾಗೆ ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಡೂ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಡೂ aggregate all these skill demands. We assess the skill demands of the industries of every district and then prepare the plans, and accordingly we do provide this short-term skill training to the students. Then international mobility, the government has entered into 11 G2G MOUs. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಪಾನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅವರ ದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ನಮ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡುವಂತದ್ದು. So far actually KSDC itself, that is my organization itself, has sent 550 candidates and we have earned a revenue of almost 2 crores by sending candidates abroad. In fact, ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನ ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ. Okay. And then this unified regulator is there. So this is basically to ensure, to monitor proper quality in skilling. This National Council for Vocational Education and Training, NCVET, DGT, they're all there mainly to bring about standardization in training, monitoring, certification, assessment, even the vichardalli. Yes, this is a brief introduction about the current skilling ecosystem in our country and also in our state. Let's go to the next slide, please. Current scenario. ಇದು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವಿಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸಹ ಕರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ there are certain issues and I would like to bring those issues before you. See, the first thing is deficiency of employability skills. As I already told you that, as per the World Skills Report 2022, almost 46% of the candidates who come out of these education institutions are unemployable. They don't have the employability skills. ಇದು ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ಸತ್ಯ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಬೀನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ RC ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್. ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಲೇಜಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಸೈಕಿ ಆಫ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ದೇಸೆ HR ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಹೆಂಗಾಗೋದು HR? Idea illa. And what are the qualities of to be a good HR? Again, they are not aware of it, and they are studying in MCOM. See, you people are actually very lucky, because if you look at the gross enrollment ratio, it is less than 20%. Antadralli nevellargu ee tara higher education institutions alli, that too with an eminent institutions like this, you've got an opportunity to study in institutions like this. You're all lucky. But nange ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? A focus idea? Why have you joined this organization? Somebody should tell me. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. Anyways, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, today majority of our youth, I'm not being negative though, please don't take me wrong. I'm not being negative about the system or about the education scenario or the mindset or the attitude, aptitude, aspirations of our candidates. No, I'm not. But ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, are our candidates competitive enough to get a job in this competitive world? I'll just give you an example of UPSC. When I was writing UPSC, let's say way back in 2009, I gave my first this thing, got selected also. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ 7 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು for a post of, let's say, 1,100 ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. But ivattu, if you look at the statistics, 14 lakh people are writing UPSC exam, and just for a post of, let's say, some 700 to 800. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ you should understand the severity of it, severity of this, gravity of this competition that is currently existing in the outside world market. ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಇವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವೈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ CII ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ, how tough it is to get a job. In fact, jobs are there. There is no dearth of vacancies. I'll tell you. Please listen to me. There is no dearth of vacancies. Wherever we organize this job fairs, thousands of vacancies are currently available. But what is not available is the so nimge artha agide adu. I'm very happy. So kindly emphasize on getting skilled. Kindly emphasize on getting skilled. Okay. This deficiency of employability skill is mainly because of many things like, lack of career guidance. In fact, ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ನಲ್ಲೂ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡೆಲ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ವೇ. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಹಿ ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್. Currently, whereas he's currently working in supply chain management. So there is absolutely no coordination, no correlation between what has been studied and what has been practiced. Then to that extent, 4 years got wasted, right? Hoita? ಅದೇ ಏನೋ 4 ವರ್ಷ ನಾವೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತಾ? Otherwise, I could have become an entrepreneur doing something else. That is the reason why today that there is a debate that is going on, whether should we have a formal degree or should we have a proper skill with a proper career path, career progression for the next 10 years. ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ. And then again, mismatch with aspirations. ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ತರದ್ದು aspirations ಗಳು mismatch ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನಾನು ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಚೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅಲೈನ್ಡ್, ಗಾಡ್ ಅನ್ ಅವರ್ಷನ್, ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, then the productivity and output will get affected. Again, it will affect the organization, and many of the organizations are currently complaining that the candidates are not coming up with proper mindset. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ರೊವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ age of upskilling, reskilling, and lifelong learning. In fact, this has been emphasized a lot by many organizations, including the Honorable Prime Minister, who says that the mantra should be skilling, upskilling, and reskilling. Continuous skilling, lifelong learning. Yake? This has been necessitated by rapid changes in technologies in the form of Industry 4.0. Nodi, in fact, majority of the companies have not even, let alone our large-scale industries, even small-scale industries, or let alone the small-scale industries, even large-scale industries have not even adopted this Industry Automation 4.0. But today we are talking about Industry 5.0. That is the level of rapidity, with which the technology is getting transformed. So ಹಂಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸಾಕಾ? ಅದು absolutely not possible. So your mantra should always be to upskill yourselves. You invest on you. You invest on yourself. Investment in what way? Investment on your skills, soft skills, domain skills. See, there is this report as per the Coursera that every Indian student, whoever is studying in engineering college, they want to learn their upskill their foundation skills by learning this C programming languages like C program to cloud computing, basically that prepares them to get a job in this digital economy. Everybody wants to do that. Python kaltkolbeku, C+ language kaltkolbeku, development kaltkolbeku, programming, coding la kaltkolbeku. Idanella ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, just because I am a CS graduate, I will not be computer science engineer, ನನಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. I should have additional skills, and that holds good for all other sectors, cutting across this interdisciplinary approach. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಫಾರ್ಮಸ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಬಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ simple MSc with biology will not work. I will have to have a data analysis. Life sciences ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ I should have an additional skill in the form of data analyst, data scientist, ಈ ತರದ್ದು. That those two coupled things will fetch you more job, more remuneration sorts of, more opportunities sorts of. So that's the reason, always upskill yourselves, cutting across sectoral approach. Adana neevu ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so kindly concentrate on that, and this skilling, upskilling, and also you must be knowing that off late pandemics, volatile market scenarios are there, necessitated by this pandemics, recession, COVID ಬಂತು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೈನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಹೌದಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮೂನ್ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವೈಟ್ ಲೇಬಲಿಂಗ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ದೋ, ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ ಎಂಫಸೈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಲೈಫ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಹೈರಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್. Companies like Boeing, Walmart, IBM, they've all stopped actually, recruiting, specifying this formal degree as an eligibility criteria for some postings. They have removed that. They just want a skilled person. That's it. Ninige skill idya? Are you able to upload the data or document that I give? That's enough. Irrespective of your education qualification, you will be hired. This is being practiced, and this will go a long way in the days to come. So kindly concentrate on your skilling abilities, and that's the opportunity, and that's the challenge that is being posed. Next slide, please. So challenges in skilling. These are, these are the general challenges. Anyways, a lot of themes are being discussed today. In fact, a lot of themes have already been lined up. So there will be a lot of debates, discussions, and deliberations on that, panel discussions. But I'll just give you a brief outline about the challenges, various challenges that are being currently, that we are facing in skilling. Narrow job roles, limited practical training, constant revision of curriculum. Now, again, I request all the management here to kindly, allow our candidates to undergo this internship in its true sense. Not for the sake of internship. ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ದು ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಅಪ್ರೆಂಟಿಸ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕದಲ್ಲ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಏನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಹೌದಾ? So not for the sake of internship you should do internship. Rather, it's a part of your curriculum, and it's sort of on the job training wherein you'll get to know the nitty-gritties, the nuances of the employable world, and also it's a potential platform wherein you will also be recruited. So it's a sort of an OJT, on the job training, for you to apply what has been learned in the classroom. Okay, so idana solpa mandate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Even though if it is not there in the curriculum or university, at least I request the management to kindly send these candidates at least for 1 or 2 months of internship program, so that they'll get to know so that practical training is missing. So that is another important thing. And dependence on training providers with temporary infrastructure, and this, when it comes to short-term skill training, this is what we are currently facing. So it is all of supply driven. So we don't have the infrastructure as such to train the candidates. So that is the reason we are reaching out to the industries as part of our industry connect program, and asking them to give their infrastructure and give their trainers. So ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. And currently many companies like Flipkart, eCart, Narayana Hridayalaya, and then Sansera Technologies, Mysore Industry Association, Electronic City Industry Association, all of them have become our training partners, and we are moving in that direction though. Then limited industry participation and supply based skilling. Industry participation is very much required, and that is what we are pitching for. Currently, if you look at that, see, you must have heard about money industrialists saying that yenappa ivattella barovralla, they don't have proper employability skills. Sari aitu, but what is your contribution? Are you coming up with a suggestion? Are you really working with the government or the education department, to make board of studies anta irutte university nalli? That is the body that prepares all this. Our jothe enadru interaction agidya? Illa. So it's very easy to say, complain and all, but they should also come forward. But irrespective of that, I would suggest that the universities should take up the initiative and prepare the curriculum which is in line with the industry's requirements. And this is what is being provided in our NEP2. All the flexibility, the academic credits galna kodta idare. So probably we are in the right direction anta nange ansutte. Then skilling not linked to higher education. Yes, there is this lack of formal pathway between formal education and skilling. Ivattu skilling is not as aspirational as it is for formal education. Everybody wants to be let's say a graduate, engineering graduate. But what is the application of that knowledge in the market? Is it really happening antandre illa? But still they want to be a graduate. But when it comes to skilling, namge ashtond aspirations idya antandre that is not there. Okay, so ಅದನ್ನ ಇವಾಗ ಆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ NEP ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗಾಟ್ another 5 minutes, I'll complete this. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ NEP ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಗೆ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಆಗ್ಲೇನೆ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಫುಲ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ BCom ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಟ್ಯಾಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಟ್ಯಾಲಿನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ERPನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ SAP. But you don't know actually, majority of the colleges are not teaching candidates in Tally. Then what kind of now commerce na ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ? And if you look at the basic golden rules of accountancy, ಹೇಳ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is the level of education that is being imparted. I mean, I'm not talking. ನನ್ನ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಬೇಡಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು there is this problem everywhere. The system it is there. But ನಾನೇನ್ ಹೇಳೋದು ultimately you should come forward. You should be focused. You should have high aspirations to reach something big in your life. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Take the help of all the educated, learned professors who are here for this matter. So ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅದ್ರ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. And then skilling get to emerge as an aspirational career path. Yes, nobody wants to, even if it fetches, let's say, thousands of rupees of, lakhs of rupees of job also, candidates are not ready to undergo skilling apart from this formal education. But anyways, NEP always provides for this integration. So let's hope for the brighter days. Duplication of initiatives, and this is with respect to the state governments, especially within the department. Now kuda tailoring training na ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾವು level 3 ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 270 hours ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವರು 150 hours ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. So all these challenges are there. And when it comes to, let's say, 3D animation, private sector ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂಥರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಒಂಥರ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. So there is no standardization as such. Again, that is being debated and discussed. ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಚೀಫ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರೀಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ. ಆನರಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾಳೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Let's hope. Then pool of qualified trainers with industry experience. Again, teaching has become a last resort today. Earlier was there was a day actually, all my cousins and relatives, not only for that matter, in fact many of the people wanted to be lecturers, but today that has not been considered in a great idu. In fact, UGC salary ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಲಕ್ಷ 2.5 ಲಕ್ಷ, not even chief secretary is getting that much salary, but ನಮ್ಮ UGC professors ಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, but candidates are not coming. So there is this issue with respect to quality of trainers too. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. Next slide please. Addressing the challenges. Anyways, with all due respects, actually, please don't mind though. Okay. ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ 2 ನಿಮಿಷ. ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Addressing the challenges. Next slide, please. Challenges in skilling. So ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. See, I've given you a brief idea about the challenges. Anyways, during the course of discussions for the next 2 days, you will come across many challenges though, across various segments within the skilling itself, skilling ecosystem. But whatever I've given, that is the base, the basic challenges as such. So these are how to address these challenges. Again, I've already discussed with you integration with national education policy. In fact, if it is properly implemented, this new national education policy is the panacea for majority of the problems that our candidates are facing today. I can vouch for it. ನಿಮ್ಗಿರೋ ಅಂತಹ ಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಯೂ ಯುವರ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಫಾರ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್, ಕರಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್, ಕಾಮನ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಒಂದು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ if he goes to some other state, then he can continue there itself. ಆ ತರದ್ ಒಂದು ಬರಬಹುದು. ಅಪ್ರೆಂಟಿಸ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ದಟ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಟು ಪ್ರಮೋಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್, ಹೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಚ್ it is implementing its own skill development policies, whereas higher education department is doing on its own. Primary and secondary education department is doing on its own. So there is no convergence as such. So ಇದನ್ನ ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ both are being provided. Okay, in fact it's being contemplated, so it will be implemented. Already this skill hubs concepts have been implemented in our primary education department, wherein the students are also provided with occasional education. In fact, in Chandigarh nalli there is an example wherein the students who enroll for 11th standard will also be automatically enrolled to the nearby ITIs for one of the trades. And by the time they complete their 12th standard, they'll also be having a trade certificate in one of the trades. Adu carpentry no, plumbing go, illa IoT no, illa EV no, one. So they'll also get enrolled and they'll get a certificate. So that kind of exposure is what is being, is what is required, and that is currently being worked upon. So ಬಹುಶಃ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ಸ್ especially when it comes to this practical training in case of polytechnics. Madidare, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು reduce ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು number of courses ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ reduce ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು now they have limited but made it more career focused and practical oriented. So ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So I can say that good days are ahead for us. Creating a robust skilling ecosystem aligned with the future of work. So basically through this OJT, multi-skilling and new job roles that I have already discussed, then promoting skill-based, safe, legal and ethical international mobility. This also I have told you that India is being looked upon by all other countries. You don't believe, I'll tell you, every other country wants to have Indian workers. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ US ಅವರು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ for patient care technician and they want Indian nurses. We have signed an agreement with NHS of UK, National Health Services of UK, wherein we are sending almost 1,000 nurses by imparting this IELTS, OSCE, CBT ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟು. ಹಾಗೆ ಜಪಾನ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ what I'm trying to say is, see, the job opportunities are there not only within the country but also outside. Thing is, you should be focused and you should make the best use of it. Henge ನನಗೆ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಜಪಾನೀಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಜರ್ಮನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಟಾಲಿಯನ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಗೈನ್ my competitiveness will be increased, will be valued. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್. ಕುವೈತ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 8 ರಿಂದ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ, ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರೀ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ MD, nowhere it is given. These are the opportunities. So Madi, scaling up skilling infrastructure with industry participation, public-private partnerships. So this is another opportunity that is currently available. In fact, the colleges can take up this initiative. At the government level, we have done it. We have partnered with Tata Technologies Limited and a consortium of 17 other companies, wherein at a cost of 4,800 crores, we have upgraded 150 government ITIs. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ದಿರೋ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ EV ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ರೋಬೋಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಂಬಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ AI ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, IoT ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. Almost 23 courses have been approved by NCVET. All these courses are available and made available to our students. Just that you should go and make use of it. Innovative financing model, skill loans, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಇವಾಗ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. In fact, ನಮ್ದೊಂದು ಟ್ವಿನಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ with the Athens University of US, wherein those who have done their BSc nursing here will be immediately will be able to work there. Okay, just by completion of some 2 semesters of course there. And for that they require around some 15 lakhs. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಲೋನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. So in this slide, I know I'll bring it to your notice about the national development signaling national priority for skilling. Andre nav ivaga en ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, the actions that have been taken by us both at the central and state level towards skilling, that shows that the priority that has been given for skilling. National education policy, India's Skill India centers, institutional centers, wherein the counseling, mobilization, foreign language training, everything will be provided. Then India Vision it's a detailed action plan as to how to promote our students. Then centers of excellence, world skill centers. ಒರಿಸ್ಸಾಗು ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 100+ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು BWalk ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೂ ಸಹ ನಾವು ಈ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು we are making skilling more aspirational. That's it. Next slide please. Driving inclusion, women. See, these are the vulnerable sections of the society always, the transgenders, divyangs, persons with disability, women, prison inmates, ಇವ್ರುಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ. So ಇವರುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು we are creating this access to all these vulnerable sections to access skilling, and get improve their employability skills through various initiatives. Anyways, that may not be relevant here. Next slide please. Then addressing research gaps, opportunities for academic research. Idu kuda important, especially for education institutions like yours. Illi neevu industry demand anna aggregation ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, youth aspirations ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, map ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಹಾಗೆ policy suggestions ಗಳೇನಾದರೂ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. And then future of jobs and employment, evaluation of completed and ongoing programs. All these are there, can be taken up by the education institutions. Next slide please. Then initiatives by KSDC. Last 2 slides, we'll finish off. So initiatives by KSDC, ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. That is the reason I have included this initiative. skill development department as such, I'm not boasting though, but has taken a lot of initiatives. This department itself was created way back in 2016-17 in Karnataka. It's a very niche, nascent stage department. But the strides that we have taken is quite remarkable. Skill Connect portal anta ide. In fact, I don't know, I should mention this though. Skill Connect portal anta, we have a portal, and that's the first of its kind in the entire country. The reason is it's predominantly a job portal, just like your Naukri Monster sort of. But it is not confined only to this job portal. Rather, where the companies will come, post their vacancies, the candidates can apply for it, but it's not related to that. Rather, the candidates can log into this. I request all of you to kindly log into this and undergo psychometric assessment test. There you will get to know about the behavioral traits, the shortcomings, the SWOT analysis will be there. Your strength and weak areas when it comes to 21st century skills will be given to you. And wherever there are shortcomings, the automatic courses will be popped up. This portal also has an LMS, learning management system, wherein we have integrated our portal with Infosys Springboard. Around 12,000 courses are available. Integrated our portal with IBM Skills Build portal. Again, around 8,000 courses are available. All are free courses. So once you undergo this test, you will be provided with a proper report and will also be provided with AI-based engine will also pop up the courses for you to upskill yourself and then come back and reapply. Then apart from that, it also has tech assessment tool, wherein, suppose if I want to be a data scientist, ನಾನು ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಾ ಡೇಟಾ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. 1 hour test will be there. So in that again, your technical abilities will be tested. Wherever shortcomings are there, courses will be popped up, both paid and e-courses, free courses. And apart from that, mentorship program is there, wherein the industry bigwigs, the leaders come forward and they give webinars. E sector nalli, let's say logistics sector anta helidre, logistics sector nalli nandu enen opportunities, what are the opportunities, what is my career path for the next 10 years, progression, everything will be dealt in minute details by these the industry fellows themselves. So that is wherein the IIM Ahmedabad professors, Bangalore professors, ellaru kuda idare. So you can take up those also. And then there is this gig working platform wherein the companies will post their gig projects and the candidates can take up both free and paid projects. That opportunity is also available. And for the colleges, can go for bulk uploading and request for campus placements. So ee tara tumbane opportunities are available in that. So I request all of you to kindly go through, register yourself, and then make use of opportunities. Almost 10,000 plus vacancies are currently posted over there. Adu kuda ide, but there is an operational team in my office wherein they individually call the employers, get their requirements, and individually call AI based list nalli skill set match ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. So all these opportunities are there. Kindly make use of it. Then language labs to promote this 21st century skills and communication skills. Youth skills day anta ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ just to promote this skilling aspirations amongst the youth. International migration center, as I've already told you, get the foreign demand, train our candidates, send them abroad. Currently we are doing that. E-Kaushalya LMS, wherein 30 online courses are available. Adu engineering related ide, most of them. Industry linkage cell, again, we are in touch with the industries, making them our training partners, providing training through them, and also providing captive employment. That's the beauty of this program. We provide captive employment. Then world skills, India skills competition ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. In fact, almost 80 countries ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು medals na ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, so that is again an achievement. And then Udyoga program is there. As I told you, 4,800 crores participation with Tata Technologies, upgraded 150 ITIs. I mean, these are some of the initiatives amongst the many initiatives that we have taken. And I think, we are also getting the support from all these education institutions and universities. We're also working with University of Mysore in coming up with a proper skill development center. I think will be more useful in developing your soft skills. So that is there. Last point. Slide, future of skilling, online, multidisciplinary, emerging sectors. ಏನು ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವಿವತ್ತು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್, ಕಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ನಾನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಫೈನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Okay, do a data analysis sort of, data scientist or data mining sort of courses. That will be definitely be valued. In fact, I have undergone 2 weeks of training in ISB, Indian School of Business in Mohali. Nimde tarad program nangu kottidru. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಾನು ಅವಾಗ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ನೋ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ, coupled with all your formal education, if you can have these additional skills, nothing like it, nobody can beat this. ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಎನಿವೇಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸರಾ ಇದೆ, ಉಡಮಿ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ದು ಈ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, Infosys Springboard, IBM Skills Build, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. Kindly make use of all these platforms. These are all free platforms providing free courses. So why don't you improve upon yourself? ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅಪ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು? ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬಳಸಿ. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅನ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ improvise your skills. Emerging sectors, EV, green jobs, IoT, these are all there. So that's it. So with this, actually, I conclude my formal presentation. But once again, I sincerely request all my friends who are sitting here, please invest on yourself. Invest on yourself. ಟೈಮ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಚಿಂತೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್, 21st century ಏನಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್. Be strong in your domain skills. Whatever you study in the college, be focused. Enjoy yourself. There is no doubt about it. But at the same time, whatever is taught in the college, please stay focused. So that is the most important thing. So ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. And with this, I conclude my speech, and thank you very much. My sincere thanks to organizing team again for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing for this very informative session. And I think we have a huge takeaway through his mantra to keep skilling, upskilling, and reskilling ourselves. And I think we will all take the effort to maybe look into the portals that you mentioned and be prepared for what lies ahead and a bright future for all of us. Yeah. So I now request our Professor S.J. Manjunath, sir, to speak a few words on the University of Mysore skill development initiatives.
Respected guests of this inaugural function of today, National Seminar on Skill India, Challenges and Opportunities, Sri Ashwini Gowda, Managing Director of Karnataka Skill Development Corporation. We have guest of honor, Sam Cherian, Vice President, CI Mysore. My dear faculty members of the dais and on the dais, participants, students, I have the privilege of presenting you what we have done in University of Mysore skill development initiatives under the training programs which we have conducted for students and research scholars, in particular under CPDPS in the beginning, where we started with personality development program for every department which we have conducted till 2021. Basically on communication skills and personality development programs, and we have gone further to train them in functional English, advanced Excel for students of MBA and MCOM students. We've gone out for training SPSS software for research scholars of the university, irrespective of the branch. Later on, we had functional English training every year, which we have conducted for foreign students so that they can cope up with the English in the university. Later on, University of Career Hub was started through the grants of RUSA 2, inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, through digital launch of Career Hub in the country on 3rd February 2019. In the same auditorium, we had 66 University of Career Hubs started throughout the country. You can always log into uomcareerhub.com, where you can find details of the programs which we conduct, or whatever skills is required, we try to train them. And we have been doing skill development. I hereby welcome the chief guest, Srimati V.R. Shailaja, KS officer and registrar of the university. I have the privilege of welcoming the registrar to this seminar. I'll give few of the university career hub programs which you have under skill development. We have been doing under incubation cell and innovation hub. We have done programs on creating new media control through Facebook and Instagram. We are prepared for voice related jobs. We have done with collaborations with SAP where we have trained 850 students in the previous year. And Google training we have done for 100 students and teachers of various colleges in the Mysore University region. And we are tied up with IBM for teacher training. And we have Makers Lab, which we are actually, you can innovate, where we have done with the toy industry, which we can always start with various CNC machines, which we have. We also done Mission Innovation Mysore, which we have done for various sectors. At present, the program was running for MSW students. We have programs which we have done for various centers and outside the university also. We have done an application development, Android application development programs, IoT programs, so that finally they get into jobs. That was the idea where the students were getting into these website, uomcareerhub.com, and then they can register to this website and then they can mention what is the skill required, because we are not forcing each of the student. They have to register and then actually they can start their skills which they require. That is how actually we started working under university career. Thank you one and all for your patience hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor Asha and Sharif ma'am to introduce our chief guest.
This is in continuation. Srimati V.R. Shailaja, the Registrar of the University of Mysore, is new to us and we are new to her. But the silver thread that connects us is that she belonged to the teaching fraternity even before joining the administrative system. I heartily welcome you, madam. Srimati Shailaja VR has a dual degree in arts and in education. She has a master's in geography and is net qualified like many of us here. If you hear me of her academic achievements, you will know where all the gold of the university has gone. I mean, gold medals. In the 79th convocation of the university, she bagged 9 gold medals and 7 cash prizes with a second rank in BA. In the 80th convocation of the university, she bagged 2 gold medals and 2 cash prizes, securing a second rank in BA. And in the 82nd convocation of the university, she bagged 3 gold medals and 1 cash prize with a first rank in MA. So between 79th and the 82nd convocation of our university, she amassed a fortune of 14 gold medals and 10 cash prizes. Yeah, so inspiring it is. Now, when an administrator is sound in academics, it gives us the assurance that they will uphold and appreciate meritocracy. We look forward to all this from you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now be having the book and CD release, which is titled Skill India Challenges and Opportunities, sponsored by the ICSSR New Delhi. I request the chief guests to take over the book release and the CD release. University of Mysore to address the. I now request the Registrar of the University of Mysore to address the.
Good morning, everyone. I was drenching in sun from last 1 hour. When sir called me, Professor Anand sir called me, I told my skills are being challenged and I'm using my skills at the best. So it was a communicative skill which was being used. So I hope this seminar is an apt for me to learn. Oh, all the dignitaries on the dais. This is a inaugural function of Skill India Challenges and Opportunities, 2 days national seminar. And I was told about this a week back by Professor Anand sir and Professor Mahesh ji. And I told instantly I'll be there so that I can learn certain skills. Kaushalya Bharata, Kaushalya Karnataka, Skill India, you know. The dignitaries here are Shri Ashwin D. Gowda, Honorable IRS Officer. He is MD Karnataka Skill Development Corporation, Government of Karnataka. And we have guest of honor, Shri, I don't remember, Mr. Sam, sir, and the Honorable President, Professor D. Anand. And we have got all other dignitaries on the stage. As you know, this is an era of knowledge, era of information, and era of skill. Gone were the days when we used to speak of our 5-year plans. Our forefathers used to tell us, planners used to tell us, industrialize or you will perish. So now is the era you have to empower yourself with skill. That may be skill related to academics or skill related to your self-management, skills of your communication, skill of using your knowledge, which is accumulated over years of educational gains that you have undergone. So I would like to call on all my students sitting here who have come to a deemed one of the most valued university in Karnataka, having great heritage and history, which was a vision started by our visionary Rajarishi Nalvadi Krishnaraja Odayar, and then Diwan Shri Vishweshwaraya ji. So standing here, I just want to make an appeal to all the students sitting here. Please empower yourself with all the skills, whether it is academic or your personal management, professional skills. As you know, this is the era of information science. You should know what best information to be utilized for your self-growth. And as you know, NEP aims at employability and your education to be prepared for the industry. So whatever the things you learn in university or classroom from your professors and faculty, it should be of some use. We are not in the era wherein things are studied and mugged up to be given out in exams. This is not a age wherein your marks are counted for any employability or getting into a any opportunity for that matter for your growth. So your personal skill, your professional aspects, your language, your communication, your what do we call Angika Kaushala, Bahya Kaushala, all these skills has to be learned and imbibed and utilized so that you become a skilled personality to face the challenges of present day. I hope the institution being headed by all our esteemed faculty and visionaries are doing a great job in inculcating all the skills as expected under Skill India program. And as a registrar here back into this administration, I have been a student of this university around 22 years back. I passed out from this university in the year 2001. So then we never had this idea of Skill India or skill empowerment with us. So we used to search all our opportunities through employment news. That was the only source for us. So our teachers, our gurus used to tell us to take up all competitive exams. That's how I just drifted from academic line to administrative lines. I used to write all the staff selection committee. We wrote Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangatana exams. I wrote JNV Sangatana exams. I used to take up all the exams which were there in the employment news and other notifications wherein I was qualified. Qualification was just a degree. So there we may feel ಬರೀ BA ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬರೀ BCom ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗತ್ತಾ, ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫೀರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ, ಕೀಳರಿಮೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಒಳಗಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಯಾರು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನ ತಾವು ಅಂಡರ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಕೀಳರಿಮೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಡಿ. Empower yourself with skills. I'm just a BA degree holder. Then I did my master's in geography, did my B.Ed. I enrolled for M.Ed, got into MA economics and left it for competitive exams. For my self-sustenance, I did my B.Ed. I was a school teacher in just nearby CFTRA campus. There is a CFTRA school. I had a walk-in interview and I was selected. You know, because of my English language, I was told to teach English in for class grade 5, and I was assigned duty of storytelling for class 3, grade 3 students. Then I was told to teach social science for grade 10. So I never took it as a negative thing. When I was with my kids of grade 5 and 3, I learned so many things from teaching them English language. I picked up my language. That's how I empowered myself. Then we were selected for competitive exams, coaching through Government of India. Then I went into Justice, JSS Institute for Coaching Competitive Exams. There is an institute wherein I underwent training for 3-4 months. Meanwhile, I got into Karnataka State Education Department. I got into high school teacher. Then I didn't leave up my passion for administrative service. So meanwhile, while teaching only, I gathered knowledge, and in 2002, we wrote our mains. When I was in master degree, I wrote my prelims for KPSC and UPSC. Somehow I couldn't write my UPSC mains. I drifted taking up job opportunities. I couldn't concentrate. Today, I feel that was not a good decision on my part. Anyhow, after a long service of 23 years, I see myself, it was a healthy traverse over the years. I have occupied different capacities. Coming back to my administrative service, I joined in 2006 as Tehsildar, got promoted as subdivisional magistrate, served as assistant commissioner, then as additional deputy commissioner, and in different departments I have served. And this was the opportunity given by honorable government. So I'm occupying a very genuine position in a very esteemed university. ನಮ್ಮ ಕುವೆಂಪುರವರು ಮಹಾನ್ ಚೇತನಗಳು ಓಡಾಡದಂತಹ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ನನ್ನ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾರಣ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತಹ ಕೌಶಲಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪೀಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಷ್ಟೇನೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೀವು, ನಾನು ಕೇವಲ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನಗೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಾವ್ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಭಾವಿಸಬಾರ್ದು. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೈಜೂಸ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಟ್ಟದ ಕ್ರೀಡೆಗಳನ್ನ ಬೈಜೂಸ್ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್. ಈಗಿನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ಗಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ತಾವು ಗಮನಿಸಿರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ತಾವುಗಳು ತಮಗಿರುವಂತಹ ನವೋನ್ಮೇಷಶಾಲಿ ಇನೋವೇಟಿವ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವುಗಳು ಅದನ್ನ ಎನ್ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನ ವಿಕಸನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ವಸನ್ನದ್ಧವಾದಂತಹ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾವಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸರ್ವಮಾನ್ಯ ಗಣ್ಯರಿಗೆ, ವೇದಿಕೆ ಮುಂಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ತಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, ಜೈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಭರಿತರಾಗಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯೋಣ. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಬದುಕು ಕೂಡ ಕೌಶಲ್ಯ ಭರಿತವಾಗಿ ದೇದೀಪ್ಯಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕೋರ್ತಾ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the journey of your life, be it your education and your career, which has been both inspiring and encouraging to all of us present here. And now I request the guest of honor, Shri Sam Cherian, the Vice President of CII Mysore Zone, to address the gathering.
The most respected Ashwin D. Gowda and Srimati V.R. Shailaja, Professor D. Anand, and dignitaries of on the dais and off the dais, and dear fellow students. I say fellow students because I'm still a student of learning. I learn every day new things. In fact, I was watching the news day for yesterday in the morning, the flash news which came saying that the UK Prime Minister Sunak wants all the students to study maths to the age of 18. And I was very excited to see that. You and me cannot live in this world if we don't know maths. I'm very poor in maths, but I'm struggling today. But I know how to count my numbers. I do a business. That's the direction of the world today. Now, when I look at you, young boys and girls at the age of 20, 21, if I call you as the future of India, and I'm sure that the seniors will not be surprised, you will agree with me. Professor Anand, you are creating the future of India from this school of management. But each one of you will be useful to yourself and to me as an industrialist and for others is possible only if you develop extra skills, as Mr. Ashwin said. What we lack today as an industrialist is that we have enough of employment possibilities, but we do not have the right skill developed management students or even as any other employees. Because they take an employment, they don't know, are they employment ready? We are ready to give job. If you look at the world all over, skill development is the most important aspect for the development of any country. You look at India's current skill analysis says that it's only 2.3% of the workforce has undergone most formal skill training. What a pathetic situation. You can see the feel of the director of skill development today, what he said. He knows the pulse of the industry today. He knows the pulse of what is the skill development happening in the country today. Whereas in other countries in the world, UK has 68% skill development. Germany has 80%. Japan has 96%. And Korea has 90%. And Switzerland has 70%. Where are we? How do we grow? Prime Minister can do any amount of effort. He can put in money. What he has done in the year 2015, isn't he has developed a ministry and the kind of effort what he is doing, what can he do? And on the other hand, we go around and blame him. What is he doing for the country? What do you expect him to do than this? And it is in your hands and my hands to develop the skills. It's easily available, isn't it so? So Professor Anand can produce MBA students every year, 50, 60 students every year. But if you don't come out with skills required for me to hire you, or you to be an entrepreneur, you will not be successful. So you have to change your mind like any other countries. I'll give an example that I work very closely with the country of Switzerland because we have a technology transfer from Switzerland to manufacture robotics and cleaning machines in Mysore. I'm finding it difficult to get people to work there. And I go to an institute there called SFS. This is of Harvard. This is the Harvard of skill development in Switzerland. You should see more than 10 acres of land, the most modern facilities. People of 50 years, 20 years, 30 years come and take programs there for 6 months, 1 year, 3 years with a break of 2 years. They develop skills for any kind. You say computer, wood cutting, masonry, cooking, anything what you want under the sky, you are trained. And that is why this country is the most technically qualified country in the world. Nobody can beat technology which is coming from Switzerland. Second is Germany. Germany has, if you look at it, 80% of skill development. All these countries are focusing on skill development. So now the importance of skill development is established all over the world. Now we have to stand by that. 2.3% should jump next year, 2023 to 50%. You and me decide it will happen. There is a ministry. There is a young man working towards that. I think we all should work towards that. It is very important to empower students with skill-based training. Now that is what Professor Anand will decide. What is that you can develop your students to be as one of the most skill development, soft skills, what he said. I employ people, they don't know how to write an email. What a sad thing. They don't know how to write a letter, a business letter they can't write. For you MBA students coming out of the school, let us create a unique situation that you are unique, you are different, who have the best of the best soft skills. That is what you require. Computer knowledge, sending WhatsApp is not that what is going to help you. I mean, if I ask you to stop WhatsApp, don't feel bad. I think you should write, even if it is WhatsApp, write properly. I think we all should upgrade ourselves to communicate. That's very important. How does this skill development help students think beyond grades? I think Madam said, or Mr. Ashwin said, degree is, yes, it's only a qualification. Let us not look for the grades. Let us look beyond that. What is my skill today? So skill should be your aim in your life. Develop extra skills. Don't limit to one. You can have any skills so that you become a master. You are really a master in wherever you are. And when you have the skill developed, employability is 100%. Today, the job availability is unlimited. You don't have to worry about where do I get a job. No, 100%, you'll get a job if you're smart. Your degree may be, or your grade is 99%. If you don't know how to communicate, I'm sorry, you will not get a job. But if you have the skills, special skills in you, in an area where you would like to master, your employability will be very, very high. Importance of skill development and curriculum in school. In fact, you should start that not at the MBA classes. You should start at the school level. I think this is where the education system should change a bit. The challenges, what Mr. Ashwin said is correct. Absolutely, I was looking at, so I was telling him whatever I have to say, he has already told you. In fact, we should have the basic education incorporating this very special skills. We should learn outside the books. Books are only a guideline. Driving, you go and drive on the road, you tell me how many people are driving properly. You don't know what the signals are for. If you want to take a right turn, he will give a right turn signal, you go. His signal is that I am allowing you to go. So the driving itself is a basic thing that we have to learn properly. It's a skill. I mean, anything, whatever you look at it today, nothing is done properly. That is because it's not the government. Don't blame the government. Government has set the guidelines 100% properly. In fact, the world all over, if they talk about India, they praise India so well, I tell you, because the cream of the Indians are going out of India. They show their best skills. They measure India's ability based on that. Now, let me tell you, looking at the relationship, what I have established with the Swiss or German companies, they are moving most of the business to Mysore with me in our line of business. They're moving out of China to come to Mysore. We should do that, for which we need to enhance our skills to the best of the best possible level. And if you have a lot of skills, you build a lot of confidence, isn't it? So you can stand upright in front of others in a group, in a society, in a company. If you have the skills established well, you will be more confident. And another thing is you will become more responsible. You can never make mistake if your skills are good. If you are learned, educated well, you will be very confident. You will be very responsible. And your decision making. Today, you want to be an entrepreneur, you can be an entrepreneur, but your decision making is very important. You are a manager. Your decision is very important for that business to run properly, business to be successful. How do you do that? It's again a skill which you have to develop. And today the situations and issues which is coming in, Madam, what she said, that she was dealing with a situation, a very special situation. She would have dealt it very well. And I was listening to her very carefully. The passage, the route, the journey, what she had from the schooling till today is very challenging. But she has acquired several level of skills. That is why she could handle that skills today and came victoriously and sitting in front of us and talking to us very confidently. Her confidence came from her skill developed. I'm sure that, Madam, you will agree with me. And she's the one who is ruling the University of Mysore today. I would like to give an example today. My grandson, my daughter's son, this boy is at the age of 4. He studies in National Public School and Montessori. This is a preschool. So once he came and said, I washed the car. He speak a little English. He took the bucket full of water and took the cloth and washed the car. I allowed it. He didn't damage my car. Took almost half an hour. He washed the way he wanted it. Then my daughter said, they teach them how to wash the car. And he used a wiper to clean the glasses. And we have a toolbox at home. He takes a tool and play with it. Therefore, yesterday he had the afternoon when he came back from the school, he was playing with the hammer and the nail half a day. And I'm sure that all the skills are trained at the first level itself in Montessori. We encourage it. I feel that's great. He's not going to be a carpenter in future, or he's going to wash the car, but opening up the skills hidden in the child, I think that can happen at every level today. I don't want to take much of your time. The youth should have definitely several plans for skill development to improve employment opportunities for the youth. I went with Yavardaga for a camp, for a meeting, and they said, here are students employment ready. I was very happy to hear that. So they are creating engineering students to take up employment for a mechanical or electrical or a computer industry. I think that is what they aim for all of us, to get them employment ready. That's very important. And even for the youth to make sure that their career, their life is safe. We don't want to create them as a burden to the society. And that is what the skill development ministry is trying to do today. I think I really appreciate the Prime Minister for his initiative to develop the skill for the this generation, not for today. It is not going to help today, but looking at 10 years ahead of us. We need the nation to be one of the most powerful nations in the world, and is very sure that can happen only when we all develop our skills at different levels. I have an experience to share with you. A couple of years back, I opened an academy for my company, because I'm from the cleaning industry. I'm the first one to start up a cleaning industry in the country, manufacturing chemicals 35 years back. It was a major challenge. The challenge continues, but we have taken the company to the topmost company in the country today. And we thought we should also give the knowledge to the people on how to use the chemical. So we opened an academy with the Swiss collaboration. And today, till today, I couldn't get admissions done. This is done with the MS Ramaya. And I have another one with JSS College also. None of us couldn't get admissions. These are all on-the-job training, skill development. It's an utter failure for me. Invested so much of money. Till now, we couldn't get admissions. This is the situation we are facing. And our industry is the largest employer in the country today. We are not getting people. This is where the scenario today, that is why the 2.3% is not growing upward. So our challenge should be, my message to you, each one of you today is that develop skills as much as we can, looking at you as an individual, as a family, and as a state, and as a nation. I think we should do that. My best wishes to you for this special initiative the university have taken to have this skill development seminar. And this is, I feel this is the first of its kind in Mysore, if I'm not wrong. When many more such seminars should come in. And from CIS side, we would like to have a seminar and we will reach out to you, sir, to have something for the large industries. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Dignitaries on the dais, invitees, beloved students. Due to paucity of time, I'm not elaborating everything. I'm happy that a meaningful deliberation has happened since morning. Mr. Ashwin Gowda, the Managing Director of the State Skill Development Corporation, which is concerned with the same issue concern of the youth in the state, and our beloved registrar and a practicing industrialist, Mr. Cherian, has given valuable inputs about the significance of skill in today's world. Needless to elaborate on the same because their original reach was so effective, I could make out. No need to elaborate on that. It is in view of the Skill India mission launched by the Union government way back in 2015. The Indian Council for Social Sciences Research has sponsored this 2 days seminar to pass on the significance of Skill India mission to everybody, including the students, industry, and the people at large. Keeping that in mind, we have coined the title for this 2 days seminar as Skill India, Opportunities and the Challenges. Needless to elaborate on the opportunities, Mr. Ashwin made it very clear that skills are concerned with productivity, competitiveness, and employability. Along with that, Madam Shailaja made it very clear how significant skills are both in day-to-day life and administration, and to make oneself successful in life. And Mr. Cherian's industrialist as an employer, he made it clear to us what is expected of a probable aspirant for a job in the industry. Today, in today's Kannada newspaper, Prajavani, in the editorial, there is a very prominent information connected to the issue that we are deliberating. In the editorial, it is mentioned that the employment opportunity in the cities got reduced and the unemployability has increased from 8% to 8.30%. At the same time, employment opportunity in the rural sector, without mentioning the employment opportunity, unemployment in the rural sector got reduced. Unemployment in the rural India reduced. Unemployment in urban pockets got increased. Is it a healthy trend? Are we going in the right direction? A seminar of this nature must address the positive and the negative aspects of the policy that is making a larger impact on the entire society. Though we are all concerned with the students who are sitting here, this policy is affecting everybody from different directions, and the society is going to be influenced by this. That intention, we have given certain sub-themes also. We have received more than 80 papers from the learned teachers from different institutions, and we made it in the book form to make it to reach the people across the society. My point is to say that Skill India opportunities undoubtedly are high. This is the need of the hour. Just education or knowledge without the ability to make use of it will never take us anywhere. At the same time, we must also keep in mind what does skill implies to different sections of the society. It is not necessarily always the artificial intelligence or the robotic technology or the technology that we speak in the urban pocket. There is a need to think about popularizing the indigenous skills to retain the true spirit of India. It is not only to glorify our history, but to make it prosperous. As a matter of fact, the pandemic taught us so many things. During the pandemic, many people traveled back to their villages. As a result, the population in the villages got increased. But now, after the pandemic, we are seeing unemployment is not there in the villages means. People in search of jobs from the villages are coming to the cities. Urbanization on the one side, though giving menial jobs to our rural aids, it is affecting the agricultural sector. For a nation to flourish, for a nation to survive, all the sectors are inevitable. When we make policies, when we come out with the strategies like training programs, the Skill India initiatives in different forms, we should also look at the structure of India. Keeping the structure in mind, we must think of skills relevant for agriculture, non-agriculture, and service sector of the economy. I'm sure during these 2 days deliberations, invited speakers and the participants are going to address on these issues. Already it is time. We are about 1 hour late. With due apologies to the resource persons and the invitees from different part of the country, I am happy to say that with the help of our university, we have organized this in collaboration with the Indian Council for Social Science Research, and your timely response made it possible to happen in this big scale. If there are small hitches here and there, bear with us. Try to be a part of this meaningful deliberations for the next 2 days. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. This brings us to an end to the inaugural program of the conference. I request Professor Mahesh, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks.
respected dignitaries on the dais, the invitees, research scholars, faculty from different colleges, and my dear students. Yes, this 2 days national seminar on a very contemporaneous and relevant topic, Skill India, Challenges and Opportunities, has got off to a great start, as it is the trademark for all the functions that we do in Bahadur Institute of Management Science. We as a department, been one of the most performing departments, the largest, one of the largest departments in the University of Mysore, in terms of student strength, in terms of diversity in the composition of not only the students, but also in the composition of the faculty. Even though we are only 5 core faculty, we draw faculty from industry, professionals, and to see that the right skills are being imparted to the students at this level. And going by the infrastructure, we have a separate infrastructure wherein skilling is being done on a continuous basis. We have a ERP, SAP lab, where not only our students are being upskilled, all the students from different, departments are also being skilled here. So as an initiative, we have been doing our, to see that this education and skills as 2 different verticals, but we are trying to combine those 2 verticals in order to harness value to the students. So in this direction, we have off to a great start, and we are going to deliberate much more in the next 1.5 days or so. I deem it my privilege to stand before you to propose vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank profusely Shri Ashwindi Gowda, IRS, the Managing Director, Karnataka State Skill Development Corporation, Government of Karnataka, on behalf of all of us present here. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to also express my sense of gratitude to the chief guest, Madam V.R. Shailaja, the Registrar of University of Mysore. She has assumed office just a month back, and the kind of dynamism and energy that she has been exuding since then, and the very fact that she's so emotional about being a part of the university. We're all very happy to have you here, ma'am. And as a department, we are very shortly going to complete 50 years. It has been, instituted in 1974. Next year, we are going to complete 50 years. Our Golden Jubilee celebrations will be there, and we are very sure that Madam will be a part of that celebration, and which she will support and encourage us throughout these celebrations. Then I would like to express my sincere thanks to the guest of honor, the person from industry, Shri Sam Cherian, Vice President CII, for giving the industry perspective on the issue of Skill India here. And I would like to thank Professor D. Anand, who has presided over this function, the chairman, Bahadur Institute of Management Science. It has been always a constant source of support and encouragement for all of us. I thank you very much, sir. I also thank Professor Aisha M. Sharif, who is present here, the senior most professor in the department, and Dr. Amulya for having got this conference, seminar sanctioned from ICSSR. She is the seminar convener. I also thank her. And I also thank Professor S.J. Manjunath, who is our one of the senior faculty in the department, and also the director of CPTPS. And I would also like to thank all the people who have come from various parts of the state and in the country. A few of the delegates are from Hyderabad and Chennai also. And also I would like to thank all the industrialists who are here, members from the civil society, and research scholars from across the departments, and also finally the students who are here in large number to make use of these, the deliberations of this 2 days national conference. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request everyone present to kindly stand for the national anthem.
जनगण मन भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय जय
We will all break for tea right now for 15 minutes. Tea will be served towards the left side of the auditorium. A kind notice to the paper presenters. If you have your PPTs, we request you to hand over the PPTs at the registration desk. We have volunteers there, so paper presenters for the evening, kindly hand over your PPT.